As a leader, when things are going well, it's effortless. You're getting all sorts of positive recognition. You go home every day with a big smile. However, we know that in between those days are some really hard days, and you may be struggling right now with a lot of new challenges. It can be very frustrating. As a result, are you starting to say a lot of excuses on the job? Now, I understand every once in a while an excuse, it's okay, no problem. But are you going to that bag of excuses maybe more than you should? Today, we're going to talk about 5 excuses that I want you to stop using. I'm going to tell you what you can say instead. This is a bit of a mindset makeover. I think it can really help your performance on the job as a leader. Hi, my name is Ken Okel. I am a professional speaker. I talk to audiences about how you can improve your performance on the job. And I pull from a background, little unusual, broadcast news, hurricane relief, professional ballet. Now, I know, unusual combination. In each and every field, I had to perform at a high level every day under pressure. Let's get to excuse number 1. My employees stink. Okay, maybe they don't smell too bad, but they're underperforming and you're frustrated. With all these situations, I want you to step back and look at it. Because your employees, your team, they are your team. Maybe you inherited them. Maybe you hired some of them. Regardless, they are your team. Try to determine, why are they coming up short? Is it a training issue? If so, that can be addressed. Are people not in the right roles? Maybe an employee was really good at a job, but then the job kind of changed and they haven't kept up. Is there a better place to move that person? Or perhaps maybe it's time to say goodbye and replace them with someone who will perform better. Hard choices, I understand, but I don't want you just being there every day saying your employees stink and not doing anything to support them and make them better. Excuse number 2, we have bad luck. Things aren't always going to go your way. It's understandable. Weather could affect things. A customer might cancel a big order. You may have staffing issues you're having to address. There is something that is out of your control and it's impacting your day. Again, totally understand. It's a frustrating situation. However, you can't just be there and say, oh, bad luck. I want you to be a little more strategic than that. Again, step back and think about the situation. Is there anything we can do right now to try to reduce the impact of the bad luck? Or is this a situation where we got to think, next time, if this happens again, how will we respond? How can we make the best of a bad situation? Now, you don't have to come up with all these ideas on your own. I encourage you to use your team, to use their expertise, to get everyone thinking about it. Worst comes to worst, it gives you something to think about instead of just saying things didn't go our way, we had bad luck. Excuse number 3, we have bad customers. Some customers make you smile every day. Others can be extremely frustrating to work with. I am guessing if you feel like you have bad customers, it's the second category that we're talking about. Really, there's 2 roads that you can take here. First, and probably something you should always be doing, think about getting new customers, better customers, maybe a level up. Those people may be out there. They may want your services. Make sure that you're constantly reaching out to them, marketing to them, telling them why you're a good choice. We can get comfortable with some customers, and maybe you have that one big customer that's annoying, but you need the money. Okay, I understand. Try to avoid that situation where there's just one person that affects everything in your organization. But if you need that one person, that one customer, you got to face facts then. If you need them, you're going to have to put up with some things that you might not like to do every day. That's the trade-off. You get the business, you also get the problems. That's why I think it's so important to always make sure you're looking to get some better customers. But don't just sit there saying, we have bad customers and you're not doing anything to try to get some better ones. Excuse number 4, we have no innovation in this organization. You need innovation. You need to come up with new ideas, reactions to challenging situations, and you feel like nobody's coming to the table with any ideas, with any best practices. So you're stuck. A couple things I want you to think about. Are you giving your employees time to innovate? Do they have the time to look into new ideas, to go to conferences, talk to people, find out what's working, even just network locally with other professionals? And do you give them the support to try out a new idea, to pitch something? Do you listen to the whole idea, or do you quickly say, that won't work here? Really make sure that you're creating an environment where people can be innovative. Otherwise, I don't think you're going to see a lot of innovation. It's funny how that works. Now it's time for excuse number 5. And this is a tough one, and maybe you've said this before. The excuse is, I hate my job. You are very frustrated with things. They're not going your way. You're venting a little bit. You're starting to say this every day. That's a problem. Because as a leader, I want you to always be focused on a positive future, things you can do. If you're saying, I hate my job every day, a couple things you should probably be doing. First, look for a better job. A job that maybe is a little less stressful. Maybe it fits your talents better. You might feel just a little more engaged. Start doing that. Just updating the resume, looking through the job ads, networking. That may just give you an outlet for some of the frustration. You may not be able to find that new job right away, but at least you're doing something. The other consideration, maybe you got to stay on the job. Maybe you don't want to leave. How could you be helped? How could people help you better perform on the job? Now, maybe it's the people you have working under you. Maybe it's a peer. Maybe it's people outside your organization that you can go to for advice, other assistance, or just a shoulder to cry on. Get yourself out of that negative state. So the two suggestions really are kind of the same thing, in that I don't want you just there saying you hate your job every day. Either take a step to find a new job or find a step to make you better at your job. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I hope the next time you may say some of these excuses, you're going to catch yourself and you're going to realize that as a leader, you need to up your game, change your mindset. I think it will help you professionally. For more about me, go to my website, just like my name, kenokel.com. Well, there you can listen to my podcast, read some articles, watch some previews of my speaking presentations, all there at kenokel.com. Want to shoot me an email? Easy. tvguy@kenokel.com is my email. What's that all about? Well, when I worked in TV news, you'd often be out in the public at a grocery store or restaurant. A member of the public would recognize you, and they'd want to say hi, but they wouldn't remember your name. So they would just do this thing where they shout out, "Hey, TV guy." Finally, if you'd like to, I'd love to connect with you on some of the social channels. They are under my name, Ken Okel. On LinkedIn, if you're sending me a connection request, could you please add a short little note that says where we first encountered one another, like in this presentation. On LinkedIn, a lot of great connections. Every once in a while, you get the person who just wants to connect with you so they can give you a lot of sales pitches. Not so into those folks. I am interested in people who have enjoyed me in the past and would like to get even more by being connected on the social channels. Hope these tips will help you. I understand as a leader, you may feel like you got a lot of pressure on you. When you start saying the excuses, remember this presentation. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.